Meet Gerry Friend, our heroine, who's just turned 49. Her story starts 12 years ago, a woman in her prime. Back then she worked in finance, managing City Boy's wheeler-dealing. Biological clock snoozed while she smashed through the glass ceiling. When Tim joined her team from Tokyo, heads spun, birds sang, bells rang. A year later Gerry said, "I do," wearing a big silk meringue. They tried for a baby straight away, seriously hot stuff. "Best fun ever," Tim panted, getting the boss up the duff. Her ovaries had been wilting a while, their stock somewhat depleted, but armed with chart and thermometer, Gerry refused to be defeated. Pregnancy at 38 challenged Gerry's gym-honed physique. In her local antenatal class, she was positively antique. She joined aquarobics and yoga bellies, determined to stay lean. "I'll be back at my desk straight after the birth," Gerry promised her loyal team. Tim wasn't keen on the birthing pool, especially when handed the sieve, telling workmates later it's one hell of a contraceptive. Before becoming a mother, Gerry had been the bigger earner. But when skin to skin she met her kin, her career went on the back burner. She abandoned plans for a nanny, although again Tim disagreed, having already selected Uliana, Ukrainian, blonde, 23. Instead, Gerry cut her hours back when she returned from maternity leave. Diary balanced beautifully to yet again conceive. Tim was a bit less obliging. It took longer than she'd planned. She'd blown out 41 candles by the next 20-week scan. Tim had been promoted above her. Meanwhile, Gerry was forced to job share. Certain things would be different if her husband did more childcare. Finding part-time, she could no longer climb up the corporate ladder. By baby 2, Gerry was through, juggling boardroom, breast pump and weak bladder. Working from home seemed the perfect idea. She had earned that privilege, but bored and lonely, she soon realised her new best friend was the fridge. Piling on pounds, she lost confidence, sensed Tim begin to resent her, the wife who'd swapped the cutthroat square mile for rusks and CBeebies presenters. With 2 under 5s in her 40s, Gerry longed for peace and fresh air, but all the young urban mums she knew jogged pavements with fleets of pushchairs. She was out of sync with old mates because she'd left it so late. They were taxi of mum to 6-foot teens, hers went from soft play to school gate. Pals were beating a path out of London in search of more bang for their buck, trading modest 3 beds in Stockwell to play Lord and Lady Muck. Zoopla was her guilty pleasure. She scrolled country houses for hours, longing to raise the children far from knives and high-rise towers. Talking Tim round wasn't easy. "We can do this," she told him wide-eyed. "How about Dulwich?" he suggested. "That's quite countrified." But her heart was set on the Cotswolds, golden villages, rolling hills, and even Tim admitted to loving Earl's Compton Mill. Set in 15 acres of orchards, with a winding watercress stream, a rambling piece of history the colour of clotted cream. It's not the Soho-boho Cotswolds, being just in Warwickshire, but it is a golden village with duck pond and pretty church spire. They moved from London 2 years ago. "A lifestyle change," Tim said, immediately hot-desking his spot on the marital bed. He commutes to town on weekdays, often crashing there overnight, on a friend's sofa, so he told her, adulterous lies in hindsight. Meanwhile, Gerry embraces country life, soon dropping her London persona, because everyone here says hello, from vicar to local landowner. The children attend the village school, which is sweet with tiny class sizes. Roped into joining the PTA, she bakes cakes and blags raffle prizes. They have a dog and some chickens named after Little Mix. Gerry works from a shed in the garden, avoiding office politics. Old friends call her new life idyllic, but they all play the Instagram game. Twitter-fed lies, Facebook two-faced, everything filtered to seem right as rain. In secret, while scoffing biscuits, Gerry often feels outraged. How on earth did she wake up like this? Middle class, middle brow, middle-aged. Her marriage is hardly fulfilling. They haven't made love since last May. Tim never pays her a compliment, and she's worried he's playing away. Still, she keeps the home fires burning, relieved that he's rarely there. They're no longer a golden couple, Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. Poor Jerry is dancing backwards in heels into a modern-day booby trap. The loyal, unwitting Cotswold wife. She'll be sacked via messaging app. But don't pity her yet, poetry buffs. This is only the start of her story. And being a ballad of second-hand love, pathos is mandatory. In the next instalment, we'll see what happens when Jerry goes solo. And it's not a tale of sadness and woe, this 40-something one-woman show. As she steps away from a marriage in which she played second fiddle, Geraldine Friend will come of age. So what if it's in the middle?